Welcome to the press conference of Cam Norrie. First of all, congrats. Cam, there was a bit of delay there due to the rain, but you managed to stay focused and close it out. How does it feel?
Feels really good, and I think I was really pleased with the level of the match, especially considering the conditions. It was not easy to play, very windy, and he was a tough guy to play against. So really pleased to get through and to be in the third round again here.
What was going through your mind when you had to go off court?
That was tough because I was it was one end. One of the ends was really tough to play because it was a little bit against the wind. So I started the tiebreak on the tougher side, and I was just let me try get to 3 points here on the tougher side. And then when I did that, I was like, okay, I think I'm good now. And then 4-3 up, and then started raining, as everyone saw, and I was just laughing to myself, and actually felt so relaxed when I came out afterwards. It was I think quite tough for the fans. You know, there was a lot of atmosphere building, and it was completely packed. It felt like everyone was on top of the court yelling. So it was a shame that the match couldn't have finished there with all the atmosphere building, but managed to come back, serve well, and tough out one rally, and that was enough.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about the atmosphere, Cam. There were a lot of British fans out there. It was really rocking. How much did that help?
It was so much fun. You know, I think those matches are the best, and I think I could see that they'd been in for a long day of drinking, and they were waiting around watching, and that court was so much fun, and everyone was enjoying themselves, and actually there was so much support for me that you have to give a lot of credit to Emilio to really fight back. And I think every time that they started chanting, he would serve well or play well. So I have to give a lot of credit to Emilio for fighting, and it can't be easy to play against that crowd. But some of the chants were really, really good, and I was laughing, and I felt really nice to come back to that court, and everyone was chanting my name. And yeah, like I said, served well at the end.
What's your favourite chant?
I think the clap your hands one. That was, and everyone was pretty quick to follow on that too, so that was a good one.
Cam, you've obviously played college tennis, but is this like the craziest atmosphere you've had? And were there specific people in the crowd you were looking to fire you up, whether they were for Nava or they were for you?
I would say one of the best atmospheres. I would say the best atmosphere in Australian Open, and maybe top 3 of my career. And I think it's because that court was just like the fans on that balcony felt like on top of the court, and so close. And I think there was a bar upstairs on the thing, so I think that definitely helped. And I think I could look anywhere, and someone was getting fired up for me. So I was pulling from all parts of the court, and that can really help you in those matches. And it was so fun, but it was not an easy match to play. Like I said, the wind was moving. He was playing good. He would miss a few balls sometimes, so I had to stay really mentally on it. But I think a lot of respect to him for playing that level and forcing me to play that level to win the match.
A case of experience is quite useful in that situation at the end with the break.
Yeah, I had it a few times before. It actually happened one time here, so I felt comfortable. But there's nothing much you can do. You know, it's just you have to be ready to play the next point. And I was thinking a lot about where I was going to hit that first serve on the first point coming back, and I was just told myself I need to also be ready to, if the ball comes back, to play the point. So I just wanted to stay locked in and tried to be the one dictating the point. You know, I think typically I'm kind of a guy who wants to kind of let the other guy miss and wait for him to miss. And I went after it on the serve, and the last rally was not easy. The ball was swirling around for both, and he made an unforced error at the end. So I was pleased with how I played some of those points in that tiebreak.
So Zverev next. Just how excited are you to get a shot at him?
So excited. He's one of the most consistent players on the tour. I think he loves playing me. Every time we play, we have such high-level matches, and he always beats me, or the last maybe 4 or 5 times. We always have close sets, close matches. I played him 4th round here, lost 7-6 in the 5th before. But he's one of the best competitors out there, and I'm excited. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling my game good. I felt better with my rhythm on my serve as the match went on, considering how tricky it was with the wind. But I haven't really thought about that match too much. But I'm excited to play against him, and I think it's nice being the underdog again, to go and play him. Nothing to lose, and I want to take it to him and just rest up and get to hopefully enjoy another amazing atmosphere like I did today. Maybe a request court 7 on that one. It'll be a good atmosphere then.
You have played him tight and had that amazing match here. Do you consider that like a a tough matchup in the way that you did with Medvedev, for example? Like, do you feel your game matches up better against him, even if you haven't been able to beat him?
Yeah, I think that I can trouble him for sure. But I feel every time he's hitting the forehand so well, I played maybe my best level at Wimbledon that one year in the 3rd round. I think it was 3rd or 4th round, and he was so good on the forehand. Maybe, it was really high level. But I'm going to have to really play complete match and play well throughout for 4 hours, I think, to have a chance with him. And I really can take a lot of confidence from the first 3 weeks of the year, how I'm managing my service games, how I'm putting a lot of returns in court, and I feel like I'm there every single point. And I think that's more kind of my trademark, to be there every point. But I think I'm really been doing a really good job with that, and I think that was the reason why I won today. And my tennis has been there, and I've been feeling the ball great. But I think mentally I'm feeling like in a good place.
Hi Cam, I made that 14 times now that you've been the last man standing for the Brits in the past 5 years. Is that something you're aware of, something that you embrace?
Not something I'm aware of. It would be nice to have more of us through. But I take it. It was unfortunate Arthur couldn't get through today. But for me, it was amazing to see him progressing well and where he deserves playing at this level. His tennis is unbelievable. But yeah, hopefully we can have Jack back too, looking like he'll play Davis Cup. So not really thinking about that stuff too much. But I guess it's a positive thing. I'm winning matches, I guess.
Are there any particular conditions that would favour you more against Zverev, one than another?
I think I'll probably be playing on a bigger court, but I would like to play on as hot as it can be. It'll be nice. That will be, and I think the forecast on Saturday or Sunday or something like that is 38, 39. I think it's Friday. I haven't looked at it, but it's going to be good conditions to play like it is in Australia. So I'm going to have to be ready.
Cam, what do you remember about that match you had against Zverev from 2 years ago? Will you watch clips of that, and sort of what do you think you can take from that one into this one?
Yeah, I'll definitely watch that one. And I think, I used the drop shot unreal that day, and I was playing so free and enjoying the match so much, coming forward a lot. I was troubling him a lot and mixing it up a lot, so I think I'm going to have to sprinkle some of that in for sure. And I think maybe in that 5th set tiebreak, I used it maybe too much and missed a couple shots I would not usually go for, and I think would just be a bit tougher in that tiebreak. And he was playing the extra ball, and the balls I remember got quite big in that tiebreak. So I for sure watched that match, and I think he will remember that match. It was so tough, but I'm excited to have another crack at him, and I'm going to remember that. If I'm in the 5th set tiebreak again, I'm going to remember it, and I'm going to try to be more aggressive and to be the one going for it, and maybe not bail out on a drop shot in the tiebreak. But we'll see. but I'm just really pleased to be through and looking forward to that match and looking forward to playing on a bigger court here.
Last one.
You know, when the head-to-head's not so great, shall we say, how do you kind of turn that into a positive beforehand? I mean, do you even think about it, or is it kind of extra motivation, or what?
Yeah, I think I beat him in juniors once, and maybe in like when we first started playing some pro tournaments. But yeah, since then he's got me every single time, and it's kind of been a quite similar match, you know, tie break and a break, and he'll know that. So I think it's hugely in his favour, and I haven't actually watched too much of his matches, but as always he's doing everything very well, but it's a match I feel quite comfortable with, and especially in the rally I'm going to get rhythm, but I'm going to really have to push him and make him uncomfortable, like I said, for 4 hours to have a chance with him, because he's a very complete player, and he looks like he's playing well, so I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, thank you everyone.
Thanks a lot, guys. Cheers.